Hey everyone, I'm Morgan.
And I am Paul, and we are MTG North, and today is the weekly finance video where we talk about sealed stuff, singles, and the top 5 eBay sales coming up.
Ooh.
First, I'd like to start with an apology. Sorry to everybody. We were testing shorts this past week, and we inadvertently spammed the living hell out of everybody's YouTube feeds. Sorry about that. Thanks for sticking around if you're still watching. We're still going to do shorts. We're just going to do less and higher quality shorts.
And before we start today, I just want to give out a shout out to another gentleman named Morgan, who's been commenting on our YouTube channel a lot. They got a podcast, the three of them, Morgan, Ross, and Mark. It's called Kicking Myself. Look it up, man. These guys are pretty funny. They got some pretty good stories. Check them out.
The fact that there's two guys named Morgan
that play Magic
cards that have met on the internet is truly remarkable.
Oh, fantastic.
Another quick shout out, Morgan, to Ventrick. Check out his channel. He's got some cool stuff. He's got a lot of cool cards, and he supports us, so support him too. He actually owns the second best Magic card you can own. Singles, Morgan. Let's talk about some singles. There's not a whole lot of huge spikes or anything happening right now. Magic's been pretty flat since about June.
Pretty flat, and there's some stuff moving. Retracement, right, from all of the...
Yeah, it's pretty normal. It's pretty healthy
in
the long term of the game. But... we did notice a few things, Morgan. We're going to start with Legends, right?
Yes.
Seems like this week's popular buyout target, North Star, Falling Star, Rubinia Soulsinger, stuff like that. In the Eye of Chaos, that's a pretty cool card.
Yep. Angus McKenzie moved.
But not a lot from the other four horsemen, right?
No.
The other first four sets from Magic. What else? Modern Horizons 2, which we did open on channel this week.
Yep.
It was an okay box, but... check it out if you haven't yet. But all the elementals seem to be going up.
Yeah.
Solitude's already gone way up. Fury's going back up.
Subtlety moved a little bit.
Yeah, it's still pretty cheap, but it is cruising up a little bit.
So someone's building some modern decks, those elementals.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
I think it's just taking time for people to kind of, build decks around them.
Yeah.
And realize how good of cards most of them are.
And for events to come back online, right?
Yeah. Paper Magic is coming back. Face-to-Face just had an event this past weekend.
I think Star City Games is having some events shortly, or...
They have started. They've had standard events, too.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, Vampires, of course. We have seen a few. We predicted... Well, Edgar, he keeps going up, obviously. Yeah. One thing we didn't predict, though, Morgan...
Well, wait, is it Noggle Hedgemage?
No, hold on. Just quickly, the Wand of Orcus. Check your bulk from AFR.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is up to 1455 American. So,
wow.
We did have a few. We buy listed them when they were around 10, but turns out we should have held on a little longer. Whatever. So check your bulk. Okay, on to your hedge mates. Let's go with that. Onto the market foils.
You got any foil Noggle hedge mages from Eventide?
The reason this card stuck out to us is we pulled that card from the list. So it wasn't foil, but we just, on channel, we made a lot of fun of it.
Yeah.
And this brought our attention to Eventide, hey?
Yes. Eventide, whatever you want to call it.
Eventide.
Morningtide.
A lot of the dual color casting cards, for some reason, and we're not sure.
Creekwood Liege.
Are going up. Yeah, Creekwood Liege.
So we got Nobilis of War on the move as well.
Yeah, that's another one. That's 3 right away.
Yep.
There was a 4th one on here somewhere. I don't know. The point is, if anybody knows why those foils will be going up, drop us a line, leave a comment.
Yeah. Maybe those foils were tough to pull back in those sets. Don't know.
I don't
know. Because those were all reprints from Modern Masters 2015. I know those dual color creatures were in Modern Masters 2015.
All of them?
Nobilis of War was. Creekwood Liege was.
What about the Hedge Mage, bro?
No, Hedge Mage was not printed in. Well, at least I don't think it was. It's definitely on the list, though. So look yourself out for some non-foil Hedge Mages.
Other than that, though, it's the usual stuff, right? The stuff we've been telling people to invest in for a long time.
Yeah, there's some weird...
old border foils.
There's some weird wizards on the move, too. What's up with the wizards?
Wizards. There's some weird wizards. And also there's a couple of human cards.
Yeah. Oh,
we noticed.
Adeline.
Yeah, it's number 1 from Midnight Hunt. And we're wondering if all the humans haven't been spoiled yet from Crimson Vow. And somebody knows what they are.
Yeah. Jumpstart singles. Emil down to $15 American. Tiny Bones. $15 American. These cards have crashed. We think because the supply has finally caught back up and the market is just, you're seeing what these cards should have been worth at the beginning, not $50-$60 for Tiny Bones, $50-$60 for a meal. Allosaurus Shepherd, it was probably priced correctly because that's a banging elf.
The elf.
It's a really good.
But with the good sets coming out next year, it wouldn't surprise me if that gets a reprint.
No,
right?
it could totally get reprinted.
Yeah, so watch out for that.
What else, Paul? Oh, another thing I noticed that dropped quite a bit was Bottle of Solomon from Arabian Nights.
It's just kind of a weird one-off, right?
Yeah, $90 down to $68. American prices.
It wasn't a bunch of other sets, though. It has been reprinted.
It was revised.
Revised.
Yeah. So...
Hey, if you want an old original one, though, now's your chance.
A couple more things. I think Didgeridoo moved down. Anyone you guys looking to get a Didgeridoo?
Are you going to be able to sleep tonight?
Oh, boy.
Are you going to be up by listing? Or, like, just scouring the web?
Gotta give me some Didgeridoos.
eBay.
Ella Damry, Lord of Leaves, has come down a little bit. And any one of you guys looking to move one of those? Paul and I are looking to acquire a near mint one.
We need one for the collection.
We do, for the collection and the Commander deck. That's right. You guys want to see a funny looking reserve list card? Go check out Escaped Shapeshifter. Maybe Paul will be nice to bring that up. Man, what a terrible art. Yeah. But reserve list, cheap, $10.
Moving on to sealed stuff.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we've talked about this before, but I really want to hit it on the head, Morgan. And that is always buy your sealed about 3 weeks before a new set's coming out, which is right now. Because
everything's on sale.
Stores are trying to raise capital. We've talked about this.
Yep.
So they're trying to clear out old stuff. This week on the channel, coming up, still we have a Kaldheim Collector booster box, which we picked up for 240 Canadian, which is about 175 US, which is a pretty sweet deal. And then we got that Modern Horizons 2 box right around, it was 400, which is pretty good because that baby's just going to go up real soon too.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about sealed collector boxes was Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Super weird. That stuff's priced really weird all over the market.
It's like some stores haven't updated their price.
Some stores have it for $425 a box, yet other stores have it for $249.95 on sale because they're trying to clear it out, right?
Canadian, yeah.
And then other stores just straight up out of stock. Some of the bigger stores out of stock.
So I would say if you can get around 240 Canadian, that's 175-ish US, right?
Yeah.
It's probably a pretty safe bet long term, as most of the collector's boxes are.
But that's got to make you wonder, too. You think the print run for Midnight Hunt could have been lower because this is a weird dual set with Crimson Vow and... You know what I mean?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about supply issues, right?
No, not supply issues. You just got to wonder how much of it was actually printed.
Enough.
Yeah.
I bet there was enough printed. Modern Horizons 2 and Commander, getting back to those, Morgan. Why, and Kaldheim, why we were saying those. And I'm telling you, it's because of the lottery chance, man. In Kaldheim, it's the Vorinclex chance, right? It's not as big as some other ones, like the Modern Horizons 2 or Commander Legends.
Yeah, you got. Don't forget about Strixhaven, man. It's got the Demonic Tutor in there.
Yeah, it's got the tutor for sure.
Which is a pretty cool card. It's a great card actually, but it's your lottery card. If you get it in Japanese, the foil, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I know, that's another good one.
It's held up well.
But like the Phyrexian Vorinclex too, right? It's like the Elish Norn Phyrexian.
Yep.
It just got reprinted in Secret Lair, and the other volume went down, but it's already coming back up.
The Judge promo one.
Yeah. Because people just love it. It looks awesome.
Well, and the Judge promo one's just a little bit different. It's a Judge promo. It's not a Secret Lair, right?
Right.
I'd rather have the Judge promo Phyrexian than the Secret Lair Phyrexian.
Right. That's why I didn't crash to $50 by any means. But
that's right.
Just saying stuff like that, it holds its value.
Absolutely.
Generally. Okay, moving on to the final part of today's segment. Let's go with the top.
Wait, is this the top 5?
This is the top 5 eBay sales we've been waiting for. Okay, we're going to start off. Number 5 is an honorable mention almost. We're going to do a little competition here. This auction, this listing for 4 test prints that were pretty cool. It was listed at $10,000 US, but it was sold for a best offer. And I know what that best offer is. So Morgan, what do you think those 4 test prints there sold for? 2 Gothams and Phyrexian Hulk and a Primal Clay.
You got the one Gotham with the hollow symbol. You got the Gotham with the no hollow symbol. You got
Creature and Planeswalker.
Yep. And you got the Phyrexian Hulk, was it? No.
Yep, Phyrexian Hulk. Test card.
With a weird hollow stamp on it, eh?
Yep.
And then, what was the fourth
Primal Clay.
Primal
was
Clay.
Another test card. Yeah.
I know the Gotham test prints, going back a couple of years now, they were selling for $200-$300, $400.
Canadian?
Yeah, now
Okay.
it's going back. No, that was American because the misprints group is American.
Okay.
But so that's a couple of years ago. I don't know anything about the other two.
I'd never seen them before this listing.
No, me neither. So I'm gonna throw out a number. I'm gonna throw out $7,000.
$7,000 US?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your guess now in the comments. Moving along to listing number 4 that sold this week. One of our favorites, Morgan, is the Urza Saga sealed factory booster box.
That's a beautiful box.
$9,300 US plus a little bit of shipping on top of that. Just make sure it gets there safe and sound.
It's quite a few Canadian dollars.
It is, and 15 bids. Like, that is an accurate price of what a box of Urza Saga is going for these days.
Can you imagine buying one of those to crack?
Maybe someday. If you grade all the packs and sell them individually.
That's right.
Coming in at number 3, it's back from last week, although it's a different one. This one's not graded. The Mox Sapphire from Alpha looks beautiful. 13,000, almost 14,000 US dollars.
What was the price of last week's Mox, Paul?
What was it? Last week's PSA 9 graded Alpha Mox Sapphire, same card, sold for $28,000, just over $28,000.
Double the price.
So this guy probably should have sent it for grading.
Yeah, especially if it was never played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, we couldn't get through a top 5 without, of course, a Black Lotus.
No.
This one is a PSA 4, which isn't super hot, but it is autographed and authenticated. Christopher Rush.
And this was also a best offer accepted, was it not, Paul?
Yep. So this one ended up coming in at $14,000 was the accepted offer, US dollars.
$14K for a signed Lotus by the late and great.
Yeah.
You won't get
Chris Rush. He's been dead for about 5 years now, so
yes,
signatures are getting harder to find.
No more of that signature coming around.
Yeah. And then at number 1, something a little different, a collector's edition complete set.
Yeah.
It looked pretty good from the pictures. You can check out the auction on eBay for yourself if you want to see more info. But $18,000 US dollars is what one of those is up to now. Remember, you couldn't sell those for like $500 when I was a
No,
kid.
and there's not that many around. There was not a lot of them printed, and they're exact copies of Beta, everything from Beta. So
except for the gold back square corners.
yes,
right?
well, obviously your collector's edition, Telltale,
Yep.
right there.
But crazy value. Man, never thought that those would go to that.
I didn't think a Lotus from collector's edition would be $5,000-$6,000, $9,000.
Canadian dollars, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The Moxes hold a value of over $1,000. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Really, for an unplayable card. Now they look awesome, and I'd love to have a set. How about you, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We know a friend of the channel that's working on it. He's got 3 sets, he said. And maybe someday, if you're watching, he'll send us some pics. But
Yeah.
for now, getting back to the final topic, Morgan, the test prints.
Oh, yes.
You're not going to believe what they sold for.
Their actual weight is way low.
This gentleman accepted an offer for $1,000 US for all 4 of those cards.
So he listed at 10, but says the offer can be anywhere from $0 to $10,000.
Yeah, apparently, but
Wow.
yeah, I did the reverse lookup on it, and yeah, eBay's telling me it sold for $1,000 US.
So I mean,
Is that not cheap?
I think
Does that not seem pretty
whoever
cheap?
bought those got a pretty good deal.
I think so.
But I've seen a few of the Gotham.
They
test
are
prints
around. Yeah.
Yeah, not as rare as some of the older Gamma playtest cards,
No.
right?
Anyways, let us know what you think in the comments. $1,000 too much for that? You have no idea? Whatever. Let us know.
Yeah.
Hit the sub button if you're still watching at this point. Leave a like. Support the channel. We appreciate it. New studio coming in the next couple months, hopefully in the new year.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little renovation, get a little more permanent setup going on, so that we don't have to.
With some better freaking lights.
Yeah, better, yeah, we're gonna
The
work
usual
on it.
stuff.
Yeah, we want to make this stuff better for you guys.
Anyways, rounding out the week, we got a quick Homeland short coming up, as well as a Kaldheim Collector Booster. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks a lot.
Delicious.